Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. Alright guys, so we are going to start off here with SPY. And before we begin with the video, I am going to point out that I think we have a pretty sick nasty short squeeze that is about to take place. It doesn't have to take place, but I'm gonna make my case during this video why it is very likely that we do have a short squeeze right around the corner. Nonetheless, even if there isn't a short squeeze, I do think downside is very limited without a big old bounce. All right, so guys, I'm calling for a bounce to start up, or we're gonna go slightly lower and then a big old bounce is gonna start up. Let me show you guys why. IWM. You have your daily RSI all the way down at 30. You hit 29.88 yesterday. When you hit 31 not too long ago, that is when we are saying the same thing I'm saying right now. Guys, downside is very likely limited. Guess what? You then had, from that day, you ended up having an $8 move to the upside. From the bottom there, you did end up having a $10 move to the upside. I think that is on the table right now. So there's that. Let me just quickly go over these. All right. So you have your RSI down here almost at 30. This is on SPY. QQQ. Again, same picture. 35 RSI. DIA. Your RSI is almost down to 30. Guys, I think it's very likely that downside is limited. And that's that. All right. SPY. Inside bar. QQQ. Inside bar. DIA. Inside bar. IWM. Inside bar. On top of what we just went over with these daily RSIs. What do we got over here on Mr. VIX, you might ask? Oh, daily RSI. Almost at 70, guys. 65 is actually the spot that I don't have it up right now, but I normally have this line here. All right, guys. When you see VIX's RSI get up to where it is, this is typically when you see a lot of people get extremely bearish. And that's typically when those same people are about to get short squeezed. So I am just going to say, is this time going to be different than this time? Is this time going to be different from this time? Is this time going to be different from this time when everyone was like, oh, we're all going to die. The banking system is going to collapse. I don't think it's going to be different. All right. I think it's going to be the same. I think we're about to have a short squeeze. That's that. All right. Now let's just look at SPY and QQ real quick. And then we do have one ticker I want to put on your radars because it is my top watch and I think it's worth keeping it on your watch list. All right. SPY right here, guys. Like I just mentioned, you do have the inside bar. You don't have the highest volume on the day supporting this candlestick, but that is what you want to see because you do have a consolidation day, guys. So this is known as a bullish Harami candlestick formation. And pretty much, let's just go over the psychology of why this is a significant reversal formation. You typically are going to see inside bars such as this, all right, on these reversals, well, right before reversals. Why? Because you have everyone panicking on day one. And then by day two, everyone's like, wait a minute, take a step back. Are we over panicking here? Should we actually be buying here? So that's what's going on, all right? That is exactly what's going on. Everyone was in full-on panic mode these last 2 days, and then you have today, and that's finally coming to an end, which does give the chance, all right? Does give the chance that we have a reversal underway, all right? Doesn't mean we are going to get a reversal. This is just a signal that we have what I just described going on behind the scenes. Everyone was panicking. Now everyone's not panicking. That's what I want to point out. Something significantly has changed compared to the last 2 trading sessions in which people were panicking. And now they're not panicking. That's not the worst sign. All right. Over here on QQQ, you got the same thing going on with this inside bar. All right. And let's just go down to the hourly time frame so we can talk about some places, some levels to be paying attention to begin bullish. All right, on QQ, I know I have it as a green level right here, right? But let's make that a white guy right there. All right, 362-ish. All right, it's actually 361.80. That is the exact level to be paying attention to. We can make that our exact level right there. 361.80. Above 361.80, guys, we're talking 366. All right, you do have the gap fill all the way up at, I believe it's 50, right? Yeah, 364.46. The daily time frame, yeah, it's the same thing. All right, so that is a gap that's left open right here over on QQQ. You have 364 46 over here on QQQ, and then SPY's gap is all the way up at 438.43. If you want to play upside, all right, yes, tech sector is probably going to get squoze more, all right, but upside is, you know, you got more over here on SPY, at least for the setup that I'm about to talk about right here. All right, you come over here to the hourly time frame. Let's just put a level right here. This is the level to be paying attention. This candlestick specifically right here, 434.10. That is the level to be paying attention to. If you break above 434.10, you're not going to have any resistance until you come up back up here and fill that gap at 438.43. All right, so that is what I'd be paying attention to here. All right, if you want along the indices, I'd be paying attention to SPY. All right, you have a nice setup going on right there. And then you come over here to IWM. If you really want to know what I think, like, you know, going along a month out, what's the best index to do it on? IWM. All right, I think IWM is going to, you know, I can't say it's going to see the best gains, all right? But what I can tell you right now is you do have that RSI all the way down at oversold territory. It's at 30 right now. If you had a signal, one signal in which you load up on and then you sell on, well, it's this RSI. All right, you could buy here, you could sell when it's up here, you could sell when it's up here. All right, but like, you know, guys, this is not the time to be getting bearish. I think this is very much the time to be loading up. All right, this is when you load the boat with some date on it, and you have a jolly good time over the next couple weeks. All right, anybody who's doing that, last time we were talking this way, all right, last time us here on the channel, we were talking this way. If you just, you know, were to go along with it, you would have had a good time over the next couple weeks. All right, you would have. It just would have been how that gone. So I'm just saying that is what I think is about to be kicking off. All right, let's get over to the mystery ticker. My top watch, my favorite ticker right now. Why is it my favorite ticker right now? Well, first things first, NVIDIA does like to rip absolute faces when it goes off. All right. Now, clearly, we can see it rip faces the downside. We can't see that. All right. But the RSI is in oversold territory at 31 as of yesterday. We also have that inside bar we just spoke about. That, you know, what's the psychology behind that? Well, you got panic, boom. We all of a sudden have no panic. People are trying to take a step back. They're like, what the heck we got going on here? All right, as you can see, we are right here at support. All right, this is where you got your last two major bounces. I do also want to come down here to the 4-hour time frame, and I'll show you. Last time you had your 4-hour RSI, where it is right now, guess where, all right, price was? It was right where it is right now. Well, it was a little lower, right? So we're at 416. It did come a teensy bit lower, down to 400 schmeckles. All right, 404 down there, all right? So we can go down a little more, but I'm just going to point out, all right, you're buying a few weeks out, I think it's going to be a great-ass decision. I think it's going to be a great decision. Can we flush underneath here and, you know, see a lot more downside? Of course we can, all right? Do I think it's likely? No. I think it's very likely that buyers start stepping in where we are right now. Maybe we see a little more downside to this level I got over here at 406.50, or we can end up seeing buyers step in right now, right? It's one of the other guys, but I really do not think we are going to see much more downside here. I don't think we're going to lose here. Just flush down to the next support over here at 375. All right, there'll be $25 more of downside here. I think it's very likely that buyers end up stepping in over here. All right, you got the daily RSI being oversold. You're right here at support. All right, you did end up having, you know, a free fall here of like $35. I'm just going to put out a target right there, 445. I think it's very likely that we see that get hit in the coming few weeks. I'm talking 2 to 3 weeks. All right, guys. So that is all I'm going to talk about in this video, guys. We will have the weekly update out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And with that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.